Good morning, everyone. Yes, I am back again. I know I keep taking these big breaks and call them a hiatus, whatever you want to call it. So I got sick. I had strep throat, and I was out of work for 3 days last week, and forget being sick and being run down. I literally didn't have a voice. I couldn't have talked to you if I wanted to. So it wasn't you, it was me. On that note, I still don't 100% have my voice, so work with me here. It's Monday morning, right? February 10th, it's 6:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm Dave Ettinger right here on the Dave Talk Sports Podcast on the Dave Talk Sports YouTube channel. Now, this past weekend was the kickoff of the XFL. Yet again, reboot, whatever you want to call it, 19 years in the making of a reboot. Vince McMahon got more money than he knows what to do with, and now he's put it back into the XFL, giving it another go. He's doing it better this time, more well thought out, well planned. As he says, less gimmicky. That's not really coming true at this moment, but the first weekend is in the books. It's an 8-team league. They're going to play into early April, so it's approximately 2 months of a regular season. Top half of the league makes the playoffs, so you only have, 2 weeks to get a champion. And, they got different rules from the NFL, and they kicked off the weekend after the Super Bowl, so they're not interfering with the NFL, and, they're in no way affiliated with the NFL. They're not a minor league system, even though secretly they may want to be. They're doing things differently than the NFL. You got more of a college rule where it comes to only needing 1 foot in bounds opposed to 2. And their kickoffs are wildly different. The two sides are kind of lining up 5 yards from each other, and the ball's kicked, and you can't run at each other and try to tackle the player or block for your return man until they've actually caught the ball. It's an interesting move, and it does look gimmicky because it is. So Vince McMahon can tell you there will be no gimmicks all he wants, but there are. You're getting, the gambling aspect of things and the fantasy aspect of things, and that part is actually good. People gamble on sports all the time, whether legally or illegally. It's a fact. It's just what it is. And they're putting over-unders and spreads and things like that on the screen. And Fox, who broadcasted the first games, is allowing it and is going with it. And I think that's the actual best part of what they're doing. And it's not even remotely close. They're giving you the gambling aspect of things. Someone tries to run me off the road. It's a nice little rainy morning here. Gotta love people. Anyway, here's the problem, though, right? They could have real sponsors with the Progressive name all over the field. They could have a real network like Fox and other real networks. And you can have Vince McMahon's money backing this, opposed to the AAF that didn't work and went bankrupt and essentially folded before its first season ended. So all those things are great, right? And you could have shorter games, and you could have guys who are hand-me-downs from the NFL and all these different things. But ultimately, it will not work unless the NFL says, okay, the NCAA is having too many issues with the money and the fact that the players aren't making any money and it's corrupt and all these other things. Unless they take too much of an issue with that, which I don't see them doing, and saying, okay, XFL, you're our minor league system, and then the XFL is okay with that. Unless that happens, the XFL, whether it's this year, next year, or the year after that, sometime in the nearer future than later future, the XFL will fail. Vince McMahon could fund it for a long time. He prints money. But at the end of the day, he is a businessman. He's not in the business of losing money. And that's ultimately what the XFL will do. So all you clowns out there who keep telling me the XFL is great, or it's better than the NFL, or you love it, or you think these rule changes are great, I don't care. Because ultimately, the quality of football is going to be really bad versus the NFL. And again, I know people are high on it now because it was the opening kickoff. And the ratings were great because it's on Fox. I get all that. But ultimately, nothing, not in this lifetime, not in my lifetime, is going to take down the big bad NFL. They're too powerful. They have too much money. They have too much control and a stranglehold of the market. So the XFL could try to squeeze into this little niche of college basketball is not in March Madness yet. And we're only going to compete with the first half of that while we're getting to the back half of our season. Great. Sorry. It may work this year. It may even work next year. But unless you become a minor league system for the NFL, it ultimately will not work. So jump off the bandwagon now while you still can. And just wait. Just wait. Just wait until the combine rolls around for the actual NFL. That will be bigger than the XFL. Just wait for the draft. That won't even be remotely close. The draft will be a way bigger deal than the XFL games. And then March Madness will take care of the rest. That's all we got for today. I'm starting to lose my voice again as we speak. So let me jump off of here so I can talk to you again tomorrow. Again, it's Monday morning. I'm Dave Ettinger of CBS Sports Radio. This is the Dave Talk Sports Podcast on the Dave Talk Sports YouTube channel. You can subscribe below the video. Go ahead. Leave your comments. Let me know. Do you like the XFL? Are you the XFL's number one biggest fan right now? Or do you agree with me that it is gimmicky, no matter what Vince McMahon says, and that it is not going to last ultimately because you're as smart, or almost as smart as I am? On that note, goodbye.